Hey guys, DeoGenZ here with a Pokemon Black and White feature. And that is the PokeShifter. Woo! Zooming in and out on a crappy DS. Yeah, I actually have to use my broken DS Lite here because I'm going to be recording both DS at the same time, so unfortunately we're not going to get the good quality that you guys are all used to. So what you have to do to use the PokeShifter, which is the methodology of getting your older Pokemon from other past DS games into the new generation, is go into Route 15, and obviously you'll see the humongous building in the middle of it. Asks you to save your game. Okay, so that's all done now, and we can go right on ahead and transmit the signal for the PokeShifter. Okay, so here it's displaying, and of course it's in Japanese because that's the one I'm playing right now. It's displaying that you need to go over to your DS, or DS Fat, or DSi, or DSi XL, for that matter. I'm just going to close that because my battery's actually going red. If you don't know what's wrong with my DS, yeah. Woo! That's planned obsolescence for you. Just one day, the hinge cracked and oh well. Okay, so here you see I have my Japanese heart gold, and that brings me to a point I want to bring up, which is the fact that, here we go, pushed it far back. It's the point that since this game is region locked, you'll only be able to take Pokemon from similar region games. So Japanese Pokemon Black and Japanese Heart Gold. It was just fortunate that I had the other import from last year's walkthrough, so that worked out. If you don't know where Route 15 is, just go east of Raimon City, and go, if you're coming from a different direction, go west of the White Forest. Oh, I'm just sitting here blabbing. Yes, I want to download. Okay, so once you do that, and note you can only do that after you beat the Elite Four for the first time. After you do that, you will be able to come to this place at any point in the day, and you can transfer as many Pokemon as you want. Okay. Cool. So we can shut that off. Hopefully my battery won't die. I'll just get the sound up on here. So you can come back here and transfer 6 Pokemon at a time. Still limited to 6, and you'll see why, because we got a minigame to play. So here's my box in Japanese Heart Gold. Note, you can't take any Pokemon that are holding items, because some of the items are not in the new version. Can't transfer eggs. So let's see what we want to transfer. I'm going to transfer my Ho-Oh for 1. And then I'm just going to transfer... It really doesn't matter who I transfer at this point. But I just want to show you guys that there are different speeds that the Pokemon will run about at. Okay, so it asks if you'd like to play now. Here on the bottom screen you have your Pokeball. You pull that, charge it up, and then it launches up on the top screen. These are the Pokemon that you still need to catch. That's your score. Got a time limit up there that I'm wasting, so let's get going. This is kind of hard to do with a camera. Let me see. Ah, just missed Ho-Oh. Got him. So, what I mean by the Pokemon will run around at different speeds, sweet Togepi, is the fact that the rarer the Pokemon, the harder it will be to catch it. Although this Onix in here is just being a pain in my ass. It's not even coming out of the bush. Got it. So, I think this is a really cool... Oh, what's that? I think that's a power-up that makes Pokemon go to sleep, if I could actually get it. Okay. Bad coordination while holding a camera. Can you blame me? Alright, Grimer. And one more, Hoot. How dare you reject my balls? Uh-oh, shit's getting fast. What a dick. No! Come back here! Freaking Hoot. How are you the fastest and most annoying in this game? You're not rare. Okay, so now that that's finished, it says we can transfer our Pokemon in. Now we're receiving that. So that's the PokeShifter in a nutshell. It's really not too hard to understand. It's different from Pal Park in the fact that you're not running around catching Pokemon like you would in the wild, but instead you're trying to catch them with that little minigame function. Yes? No. Okay, that just asks you if you want to transfer in more Pokemon, because like I said, you can have as many Pokemon transferred in at a time. So now, you can shut this off, check this out. Okay, so he tells us how well we did. Apparently we didn't do so hot, but whatever. And then he asks again if we want to go back, and we don't. So let's go into our PC here real quick. Just see the Pokemon we captured. It's so funny, I was saying that the hardest Pokemon to catch are the rarer ones, like Ho-Oh, and yet he was the first one we caught. Okay, the barrel. Where are my Pokemon? Okay, here we go. Not Reshiram, but Onix. Togepi. Unknown. Grimer, if I could tap it. There we go. Definitely losing touch sensitivity in this. And Ho-Oh. Alright, so a few extra notes now that I can freely talk. The PokeShifter will work for Pearl, Diamond, Platinum, Silver, and Heart Gold. The PokeShifter, however, will not work with Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy Color games, or Pokemon mini games for that matter, although I never thought there was any connectivity to that. So if you have any other questions about the PokeShifter, again, I apologize for the kind of crappy recording quality, but that's how I got to record two DSs, and well, I was going to say DSi, but that's more than just a plural version. It is an actual system. So if you have any other questions, feel free to comment below. Make sure to like this video, comment on what you think, and if you think the PokeShifter is a cool idea. I personally think that it's much better than the Pal Park. I thought that after a while, going through Pal Park was just very monotonous, and it's also very smart of them to just allow you to take in as many Pokemon as you want at a time. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and remember to keep subscribing for more awesome walkthroughs in the future. Alright guys, I'm DeoGenZ, and I'll see you next time.